everyone, this is Cindy at Lulu's Treasure Trove. Hope everyone's having a great day today. I'm coming back and we're going to finish up with part 2 of the bathroom basket that I started after reading everyone's comments. Most everyone said that they thought this would look good with this trim folded down like this around the top edge. So that's what we're going to do. To speed things along, I got all my supplies here that I'm going to need. And one thing that you'll need is one of these darning needles, and I'm using one with a pointed tip to make it easier to go through the fabric. And of course, the fabric that I'm using, it already has some small holes in it, and so it doesn't matter if I make a mistake. I can poke the needle in it anywhere, and when I pull it out, you can't even tell where I put the needle in. And so I really love this fabric. It has like a bronze. I don't know how good the camera picks it up, but see these little bronze glitters in it, and so it's really beautiful, and it's soft. It's not scratchy at all. It's real flexible. You can bend it, you can straighten it back out, and it has a wire in the top and a wire on the bottom. So you can use this for anything, making big ribbons or what have you. And matter of fact, I got this on sale at the Dollar General store about 2 years ago, when after the holidays had already passed, and they always have a sale, and so I really lucked out to get this beautiful ribbon, because it's really thick. Matter of fact, I really haven't measured it to see how thick it was, but this ribbon is 4 inches, so it's 4 inches wide. And so that is about, that's how tall that I made this. And to save time, I've already turned my basket inside out, and so the right side of my basket is on the inside. And just like when you're sewing a lining, if you're doing clothing or anything else, you turn the garment inside out, and then that's how you sew the lining to this. So I've already turned the basket inside out, and you can tell where the bottom edge is because of this line that runs across where we worked in the back loop only. And so you can see when you turn here where it makes an easy crease to tell where that bottom edge is going to be folded up like this. And so it doesn't matter where you put the fabric, long as it's going to be that wire, long as that wire is going to run along the bottom edge down there. I'm going to actually put mine slightly above it so that when it folds, it'll look like this on the inside. See? So it's going to be slightly above these little these little loops here. And then this is where the wire will run. And so anyway, I cut some yarn that I'm going to use to sew around, just like you would, any other project. And so hopefully this thread will go through, which it did. See how easy it goes through when you use the darning needle. And so I'm just gonna pull that through and then get that part out of the way. All right, so I guess I'm going to start down here, and just first I'm going to attach the thread. So I'm just going to work the thread in through the stitches, like where you can't see it. And so remember, this is going to be the inside or the outside of the basket when you turn it inside out, so you're not going to see this part. And so this is how I usually attach it. I run the thread through, and then I come back and run it through again, and it makes like a knot, like you're knotting a thread. And you don't want to pull it tight, or it'll make a gap in the basket. So you can do that like 2 or 3 times, and then come back up through the edge of that. And then I'm just going to do like a simple whip stitch, which is where you come up through there and then back down, grabbing this part, and then back up through there. So, and then that is called what they call a whip stitch. And my grandma showed me that stitch when I was a little girl. It's one of the easiest stitches you can do. You just come down here, and then it, come back up through there. Come down here, grab some yarn, and then go back up through like that. I'll do that a couple of times. So you can see how that's going. And see there how it just makes a whip. And we're just gonna continue around, grabbing just a small amount, of yarn like that, and then coming back up through the edge like that. You don't want to tie a knot, so make sure that when you're coming back through that your yarn, is out of the way, so that way when you're pulling it back through like this, see, it'll make another whip like that. See there how it's making a whip, and it won't tie it. You don't want to tie a knot. Now you can tie a knot if you want to. Everybody does whip stitches differently, but for the simple basket that I'm doing, I don't feel it's necessary to make a knot. So I'm just going to continue grabbing like a small amount of yarn and then whipping it up through like that, making sure you keep your thread, separate. That way it doesn't try to tangle on you. And then pulling it like that. You don't have to pull it real tight. And then you just keep whipping it along. Like this. Just like that. See? And the good part is the fabric is sturdy, and the wire gives you, it makes it even more sturdy, like when you grab the yarn and then bring it back up through, that wire gives the yarn something to hold on to. And see, you don't do it real tight. See, it's still got some play there where I can stick the needle through if I want. And you just keep, whipping it along like that. And then you just keep going all the way around your basket just like this with the whip stitch. You just keep grabbing the yarn, put it through. So I guess I'll meet you back around when I get to about this point right here. So I won't join this part with this part until I meet you back. So just keep whipping your bottom edge around your basket, and then when you get to about this point right here, then I'll meet you back. Okay, so I've made it all the way back around to the point where I said that I'd meet you back at, and I grabbed the roll of this it's called Fox Burlap Natural Sparkle. And so I was going to show you the label on that in case you want to get you some of it. And I think I'm going to have to raise this up a little bit so the camera will focus. There. Now I believe you can read it. So hopefully it has enough light on it. Anyway, it's called Fox Burlap. It's a jute material, and the color is Sparkle Natural. It's 100% polyester. And it says it was made in Taiwan. So anyway, I thought, just in case you guys are interested and want to get some of this, I would give you the details on that, because it really is beautiful. So now I'm gonna lower the camera back down. Thanks for bearing with me on that, everyone. I said that I was going to meet you back around here because I wanted to finish this part up together. And so this is about to the point that I got, and I cut mine off. Grab a tape measure real quick. So from the point that we're going to fold that up, it's going to measure measure about, say, a 1/2 inch. And then from this point to this point, now yours can be whichever, however long you want it to be, but with mine, I've done it about a 1/2 inch on that side and about 3 inches, or say 3 inches to 2.5 inches on the other side. Now, everyone, has their own method of doing, seaming things together when they're sewing. But since this is just a simple bathroom basket, and I want the project to stay, simple and easy, then what I'm going to do is kind of, fold these two edges up where the wires are sticking kind of straight up. Maybe kind of crease that just a little bit so that it stays like that. And then I'm going to bring this up like this to meet the edge of it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to fold that edge over like that so that it pinches the other one, inside of the other one like that. And then I'm just going to lay it down like that. And since it has the wire, it helps hold it in place like that. Now, if you guys have some pins, you can use a pin, or you can just use a darning needle, whatever's handy. And I'm going to use this smaller darning needle that has a point to put that through, like a pin, to hold it in place so that it doesn't come undone when I go to sew it. There. Okay. Now this is not attached to the basket. This is just like this, pinned and turned over on both sides. See here? Like this. Okay, so now that we have that pinned down, I'm going to finish stitching the bottom edge down here where we left off. So let's just remember we were doing the loop stitch. Just grabbing the yarn, and the more it gets down here to the end, the easier it tries to tangle up, because you've been pulling the yarn through so many times. So we're going to continue with the simple whip stitch on the bottom edge. And then when you get here where this is folded over, I just, I take my needle and kind of just push that under there where you can't see it. And then grab you some yarn and come up through the edge and just continue doing that. You might have to take your needle and press that through. We're just going to keep doing that whip stitch over here to this point. And one more time, I guess, to this point. So I'm gonna, actually when I get to the corner, I'm gonna do another stitch right there. That's trying to get wadded up on me. It happens when you get down here to this edge. And then I'm going to turn this sideways and see how this is coming up to here. This is how this is going to look up to this edge. Okay. So when I get to this point, really it doesn't matter if the thread goes through to the other side or not, because the thread is the same color as the basket and you're not going to see it. And so you could use another thread if you want, but just for my project, I'm not going to worry with it. And this, since this has wool in it, it keeps trying to catch. When I sew it. So I'm just gonna keep, doing just a simple thread stitch. See, and you can barely see that little stitch. See, when you put it in there, it's just a small stitch. I'm catching it on the edge here, and then going up to the next spot. And sort of like when you're doing a hem, I guess, on a garment. There, see there? It just puts a small stitch to hold that in place. And like I said, if you accidentally go through to the other side, it's not going to hurt anything, because this thread is the same color as the basket. And I guess we got about one more stitch to get to the edge here. And I think that will be good. So then, here's what that looks like. And then you can remove your pin that was holding the edge. So now you have your edge sewn. And see, I caught it right there, but that doesn't matter. It just helps hold it in place. And when you look over here, you can't see it. You can't see anything right there. All right, so I'm excited. We're almost we're almost finished with our basket. And I think it's looking really great. So now that we've came to that point, I'm going to turn the basket inside out, or right side out. We had it turned inside out. So now now that we have it sewn, then I'm turning it right side out. And I'm getting really excited. I'm gonna raise the camera up just a little bit so you can see how this is looking. So it's looking really good, and I'm real happy with how this is turning out. So these are the edges, and you can straighten the edges out, you know, holding that and pulling the outer edge up, because that's what we're going to be sewing next. And so I'm just sort of giving it just a little bit of a tug, you know, holding the base and then kind of tugging it around, because for that wire to get in shape with the edge and the outside of the yarn. You can take your finger, kind of poke, you know, down the edges. Looks like I've gone all the way around. So now, and this is what the basket's looking like, which I'm very pleased with. See here? This is what it looks like now. Sorry about that. This is what this is looking like with the edge. So now, most people, when I was asking the questions, what they thought that they would like, you know, or how they would like their basket to be, you know, either leaving the edge up, sewing it like this, or folding it down. Most people said they'd like the edge to be folded down like this. And so that's what I'm going to do. So this is the edge over here where we ended. And I tied that off with a simple knot so that it wouldn't come undone. And so I'm just going to take that yarn and kind of stuff it down inside this edge where you can't see it. So when that gets folded down, you won't even know that's there. And then coming back around here where we left off, I'm gonna grab my needle, my darning needle with my thread, and now this is where we left off. So you're gonna take your top edge and you're just going to roll it down over the top of that like this. Just like this. So this is what it'll look like when the edge is rolled over. And for me, I'm going to do the same stitches I did down here on the bottom, like a whip stitch. And so I'm going to take my needle and bring it up through there like that. And that's going to hold it using a whip stitch. Now you can like I said, you can do your stitch however you want to. To me, this basket's very, versatile, and simple to do. It's also a fun project to do. I've had a lot of fun, doing this. And to me, it doesn't matter if my stitches look perfect, because I love things that are vintage. And when things are not looking just perfect, to me it gives it a vintage style. Looks more vintage instead of just being like a factory made item. This is not factory made, it's handmade with a vintage style, a vintage look. So I'm just taking and whipping the edge, folding the edge down like that, and then grabbing some yarn and then putting the needle through just like this. See? You just put it in there and just a simple whip. See how this is looking? And to me it looks cute. I love how it's turning out. I love the jute material with the sparkle. And I love how the inside of it, is turning. And just keep whipping this around. And sewing your stitches. See there how cute that looks? See, doesn't have to be perfect, but look how cute that is. I love the color. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I love how this is turning out. Okay, so you guys get the gist of that. Folding the edge down like that and then whipping around the edges. So I'm going to meet you back when I get to the other end. So see you in just a minute. Okay, everybody, I've made it around here to the end and we're almost finished with our basket. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this last whip stitch. And then there's something else that I wanted to show you guys. For all of you who have stuck with me through this fun project and watched the video, that tells me you're interested in that you're truly interested in this project. And so now that we've gotten down here to the end, I'm just gonna run the needle under there to tie it off a couple of times. Kind of just run it back and forth. Probably about 3 times. That should be plenty of times, running the thread back and forth to tie that off. There. And I'm going to just take the scissors and snip that off. All right, I am so excited. We have this basket completed. It looks very beautiful to me. Look at this. This is how the basket's turned out. I love how it's turned out. To me, it's gonna look perfect in my bathroom. And if you guys have stuck with me this long, then I'm gonna have, and I'm famous for having a surprise giveaway, so I'm going to have a surprise giveaway. And I'm going to give away to 5 different giveaways in one. So that means there's going to be 5 people to win. So anyway, the giveaway rules are going to be very simple. You know, the products in the giveaway, some of them were purchased by me, and some of them were gifted to me. So you guys probably, I'm gonna turn the camera off and switch it around here so I can show you the gift. Okay, everybody, I've gotten turned around here now. I hope you're as excited as I am about this. And this is the basket that I've gotten completed. I want you to see how beautiful it is and how this turned out. It's such a gorgeous basket. I love it so much, and very pleased with how this has turned out. And I can't wait to put it in my bathroom and fill it full of washcloths or whatever else that I may want to put in there. And I know you guys can see all this stuff laying on the bed here and probably wondering why I have it laying here. But if you know me, I love to give. And that's why I have all this stuff laid out here, because I figured if you watched my video to the very end, that means you're truly interested in this basket and you'd love to, if you love to make one just exactly like it, then I'm going to give 5 of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give 5 of you a chance to win some yarn exactly like I have here, and make you a beautiful basket. This is how much yarn I had left over, and you can see how beautiful this yarn is. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. I love the colors, and I love the fact that it is washable. This yarn was called Tundra, and I did a yarn review on this particular yarn, and so I want to encourage you to go back and watch that video as well. And the reason I'd like to encourage you to watch that video is because Dee's Creative Hands Crochet gifted me a Happy Mail, and so I want to thank Dee for gifting me this beautiful yarn so that I could make this gorgeous basket. At first she thought that I was going to make a purse and felt it, but she apologized because she sent me 100% superwash wool yarn, and Crystal had mentioned in her video of the bag that I was going to make, where a felted bag of hers that I was going to make, not to use 100% superwash wool because I guess because it doesn't felt correctly. I don't know. I've never made one before. You guys may know how to do that. I don't. And so I decided to make me this beautiful basket, which I'm very pleased with. And you guys know what I used to make it with because you watched the video. So since Dee was so kind to gift me with this beautiful yarn, then I want to be, I love to gift and be kind as well, and I want to pay it forward to 5 of my subscribers who are always here and always watching my videos from the very beginning to the very end. And if you're interested, you can put your comments down below. If you do not want to enter the contest, you can put in your comments something like not entering, but just coming here to, say, leave your comment or whatever you'd like to put. So now if you do put your comment down below, it means that you agree to all of the rules of the giveaway, which I'm going to write in the description box below. You do have to be 18 years or older. YouTube is not affiliated with this giveaway at all. The supplies for this giveaway was gifted by Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. Was gifted to me, but I'm going to pay that forward. And also I actually purchased this part myself, and I want you guys to see how beautiful the glitter is in this. So do know that, you know, the glitter does come off. It's like any other glitter, it'll shed. But look how beautiful that glitter is. It glitters like the nighttime, the stars in the sky. So I love this so much. It's called, or I think I've already went over, you know, what that was called. And so if you're allergic to wool, you know, of course, you're not going to want to enter this contest since this, since the product that is in the giveaway contains wool. So if you're allergic to wool, you will not be eligible to enter into the contest because this has wool in it. You do need to put your comment, make sure to like the video, please. And also you have to be subscribed to my channel. You don't have to be subscribed to my channel, but if you want to enter this contest and this giveaway and you want to win this gifts, then yes, you do have to be subscribed to my channel. I also want to mention that I have 2 other giveaways going on right now, and they're hidden giveaways just like this one, so I'll encourage you to watch some of my other videos that I have. That ends on July the 30th. This particular giveaway, I'm going to end it on July the 15th. So from the time I get the video uploaded is when this one will start, and it'll end on July the 15th. And after that, I'm going to record a new video using YouTube Random Comment Picker to pick the winner. It'll be uploaded in another video. The winner will be announced in that video. And then you can, you'll have to watch that video to hear the rules of that. Anyway, Dee, I just appreciate you so much for gifting me this yarn. My basket turned out beautiful. I love it. And I love how this yarn has this striped effect. It's gorgeous. My basket turned out gorgeous. Using that jute with the beautiful sparkles, and it has such a vintage look. I just love it so much. Thank you so much to all my subscribers for being here watching my videos every single time. If you want to know when I'm having new videos, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you hit that notification bell that's on the very top. If you hit the notification bell that's in the middle or on the bottom, you won't be notified of the new videos that are being uploaded. But if you hit the notification bell on the very top, then it notifies you that I've put in a new video out. And you'll want to do that, you know, if you're entering my giveaways, because that way you'll be notified when the winner videos, you know, are uploaded. You'll want to come back and check on that. So anyway, it's a beautiful day out today. This is Saturday. The skies are blue where I'm at. You can tell me, you know, how's your weather where you're at, or you can tell me anything you want to in the comments down below, because I love reading them. I love hearing from all of you. I appreciate all of you so much. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope you have a safe and happy upcoming week ahead. So bye for now.